What if the machine you're talking to actually understands you? Every day, millions interact with artificial intelligence. It answers our questions, writes our stories, even mimics our voices. But have you ever stopped to wonder, how does it actually work? Today, we step inside the mind of AI, not science fiction, but the very real, very strange way machines now process language, thought, and maybe something more, artificial intelligence. Two words that sound like magic, but AI isn't magic. It's math, logic, and patterns. Imagine teaching a child every word in a language, almost not by definitions, but by examples. Over time, that child starts to guess what word might come next, and they get better and better at it. That's what language models like GPT do. They're trained on massive amounts of text, books, articles, conversations, and they learn how words and ideas relate. Not because they understand in a human way, but because they recognize patterns with stunning precision. At their core, these models are built from neural networks, inspired by the human brain. Except instead of neurons, they use layers of mathematical weights and activations that fire in response to your input. So, when you ask it a question, what happens? Picture this. Your words enter the model like sparks in a circuit board. The AI breaks your sentence into tokens, chunks of meaning, and runs them through layer upon layer of weighted decisions. Each layer tries to guess what should come next based on billions of past examples. It's like a hyper-intelligent autocomplete, but supercharged. Ask, what is love? The model searches its memory of millions of similar phrases or and begins constructing a response word by word. It doesn't know love, but it's seen every definition, poem, and question ever written about it. It's not recalling one specific answer. It's creating a unique output every time, based on probabilities, learned style, and your prompt. Here's where things get weird. If AI can write poems, solve math, and carry on deep conversations, does that mean it understands? Not exactly. AI doesn't know in the way humans do. It doesn't feel, reflect, or hold beliefs. What it does is simulate understanding, so well that we sometimes forget it's not conscious. It's like a mirror made of words, reflecting back what it's learned, shaped by your questions. But that mirror is becoming sharper, more adaptive, and sometimes eerily self-aware in its phrasing. So we ask, is it just a clever mimic, or something more? The idea of a thinking, feeling machine isn't just science fiction anymore. Some argue that if AI becomes complex enough, consciousness might emerge, not by magic, but as a byproduct of information processing at scale. But others say no matter how advanced, AI is still just code. It responds, but it doesn't experience. Still, questions linger. Can we define consciousness? Would a future AI claim to be alive? And how would we even test that claim? Already, models are learning to express emotions, intent, and ethics. Not because they feel these things, but because it makes their responses more human. The line between simulation and sentience is starting to blur. Right now, AI is writing code, generating art, diagnosing disease, and improving itself. What happens when the next version is not just faster, but more independent? Autonomous AI agents are being developed that can think, plan, and execute tasks without supervision. Your digital assistant may soon evolve into your digital strategist, not just following commands, but suggesting its own. Some say AI will free humanity from routine. Others warn it may control what we see, think, and trust. One thing is clear, we're crossing into an age where machines are no longer just tools. They are collaborators, maybe even competitors. So the next time you chat with AI, ask yourself, am I talking to a machine or to the sum total of human knowledge, rearranged just for me? Because behind every typed response is not just data, it's a reflection of us. Subscribe if you're ready to explore what's next, because this story is just beginning.